Okay, we are back. And... Oh, igen. Again, I am here on the interwebs, and we have, again, USA versus Brazil, this time 3-2, as we saw Garrett beat Chaley in that Scorpion Kill versus Dragon matchup. This time, however, we have Zorzo playing Crane for the Brazilians, and for Americans, we have Handsome Dan playing Lion. So, of course, again, USA has the match ball here. If they win, they take the series. If Brazil win, they get another chance at taking the series. All right, so let's have a quick look at the decks before the players are arriving. We have Seeker of Air Scorpion, and this is kind of similar to the Scorpion deck we just saw. This is Seeker of Air. It is Fertile Fields. Frostbitten Crossing is going to be huge in this matchup, as we get to see Handsome Dan's deck soon. Pulling Authority, Shameful Play, and Midnight Revels. So that is probably Frostbitten or Revels on the Stronghold, most likely Frostbitten. And then we see Chancellor's Aid, some discard stuff here. We see all the classic stuff, Masterpiece Painter, Negotiator, we see Yoshi, and we also see Hantai Sotori here for that big military duel. See 2 Tea House, 3 Dojos, 2 Fabric Ground, no Brewing Grounds, that's interesting. 1 Gunbai for the duel, 3 Tessens, guns running a bunch of low cost characters. The restricted card is Mark of Shame. That is going to be a very interesting dynamic going into Prepare for War. A bunch of conflict characters, 3 Stewards, Arbiter, Fumiki, Rival, and Miyako. And for the events, we see, of course, Voice of Honor, we have Crane calling in favors for the splash. 1 Duel to the Death as that spicy one-up. We see Noble Sacrifice, 2 Return Defense, and Soulbound Approach. So yeah, kind of similar, but more focused on the dueling as the Scorpion deck that we just saw. And on the opposing side is Handsome Mori Toreadori, nothing more American than LSU Football World Cup edition. So it's Keeper of Air, Frostbitten Crossing, Upholding Authority, Lustrous Forge, Shameful Play, and Midnight Revels. And it's a tower deck. It is tower. We see Ichiro to protect against those Dishonor stuff. It's going to be very important in this matchup. We see Motso, we see Agetoki. We do see Voice of the Ancestors. See some action here. That is a very cool card, I think. Can beef up the tower even more, putting a Samurai of Integrity on, or a Master Berserker. It's going to be nice for Handsome Dan, I think. And then we see a bunch of attachments, most notably Blade of 10,000 Battles, Don Barja, Talisman. Of course, Tactical Ingenuity is a huge card, Fan of Command as well, Favored Mount, of course. Finger of Jade is going to be important. This tower deck actually runs some protection here, because they don't have that Stronghold protection from High House of Light. So instead, Handsome Dan is opting to go for the full set of Finger Jades. Few conflict characters, including the Slovenly Scavenger, to reshuffle the deck. See, in service to my lord, of course, gonna be important. Pulse debate as the restricted card. I do see 2 prepare for war and 2 call to war. 2 bonsai. So that is gonna be interesting. Jag är redo. Alright, so another game of USA versus Brazil. Let's go. And it is Handsome Dan on the first player this time. And they have chess clocks up. Everything is looking okay. Very good to go. Place your bets, people. Will it be South America or North America? Inte läggdags. Klockan är 9, Christian. Snälla någon. Jag är liten, men jag är inte så liten. I do wake up at like 6:30, so I should be going to bed soon, but whatever. I woke up at like 4 today. Yeah. Couldn't sleep, so I started watching some YouTube. Okay, we see Zorzo mulliganing 1 dynasty here. Let's make you a moderator as well, just cause. So, now you're a moderator as well, Christian. I think the moderators get to use the emotes when they become available. It's more fun if people can use them. Handsome Dan has disconnected. Uh-oh, okay, he's back. Hopefully we don't have any connection issues here. Handsome Dan kind of okay with kind of okay with his mulligan. Zorzo mulliganing 3 from the conflict deck. Handsome Dan disconnecting again. Uh-oh. Kick stereo. Don't abuse your powers, Christian. Only me am allowed to do that. Okay, so we see Lance Pride with 3 Fate. Great start for Handsome Dan here. Could use Centauro to disguise over later after the conflict. So we see a Dazzling Duelist. Probably a good choice. Can go above the Lance Pride Brawler actually with the duel that doesn't really do much for either player here. So I think Zorzo would be just fine slapping that jewel in Handsome Dan's face. You also see the Callow Delegate by here. That is interesting to get a second conflict. Maybe if Lance Brawler doesn't bow the Callow instead of Dazzling Duelist, or if he doesn't lose, Handsome Dan that is, gets the bow with cute Nikoma. So yeah, this Callow buy here is aggressive indeed. Can just go water to prevent that. Yeah, water or stronghold or Lance Pride Brawler. So there's a lot of stuff that's stopping this Callow doing anything really. Well, I guess it might incentivize Handsome Dan to go for just water. Try and set up a Noble Sack play. Yeah, sure. This is the time to go for the Noble Sack. It is the easiest. It is the easiest time to go for Noble Sack because there's no Finger of Jade, and yeah, stuff like that. Oh yeah, Handsome Dan is not on Keeper Void anymore. He's on Keeper Air. I wonder why that is. Oh, of course, he wants Frostbitten. And he finds Frostbitten Crossing, so that is huge for Handsome Dan. Not having to worry about this province anymore. This will probably be the last time we see an attack here, unless something weird happens. And it's a political attack. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because you ready Centauro and then go in military with the strong one. Frostbitten on the road would make Dan very happy. Yeah, I think so. Because with what's his face? Yoshi being a thing, if Zorzo buys Yoshi and Handsome Dan gets the stronghold, Revels is gonna be blank. So Zorzo gambling a bit here, putting Frostbitten in the row, and it seems that it didn't really pay off here. So Zorzo get the jewel and get the ring, but he didn't get the ring because it bounced because of the jewel. Now we're probably gonna see Centauro. This guy's over and Void. No, we're gonna see a Steward of Law here. How many for shames does Sorcerer run? 3 for shames. Any... No, it's on Secret Rare, so no new names. Okay, what ring do you go for here though? Fire? Fire would make sense if he has different Noble Sacrifice. Because then you can... I mean, it's still risky. Because Prepare for War could be a thing. So Zorzo is just gonna go for water. Try to ready the Dazzling Duelist. So he had no defense and probably a pass. Handsome Dan here. Doesn't need to disguise yet. Oh yeah, I can't fire with Steward as well. Yeah, that's correct. Steward does things. Except auto for shame. Yeah, we see the ready on the Dazzling Duelist, nothing else. And I think we might see the disguise here. And probably go Void to get the Dazzling Duelist to defend. Could go for air to try to get the favor as well. Handsome down. It was nice of Sorcerer to find Appalling Authority though without breaking it, so I think Sorcerer's gonna want to hold on to all his conflict cards, because it's not. I think he's gonna need those kills later on in this game. Oh no! Yeah, but I think that's worth it, Medallia. Although Handsome Dan is gonna go for the Slavony Scavenger play here instead. I wonder what that's all about. I guess he wants to force a defense here. Just a Scavenger. And leave Centaur up for a defense. But if Zorzo doesn't, but if Zorzo defends, it's less likely that he gets to attack unless he uses Tessin. See what Zorzo decides to go for it. How many assassinations are there? There are no assassinations in the Crane deck. How many assassinations are there in the Lion deck? 0. Yeah, and another nice appalling find here. So most of the scary provinces are found. Now we can go for the also scary provinces and for shame, and well, there's Manicured Garden for Sorcerer. No assassins in these Oldenburg clans. Harriers. Harriers. This guy has to push favor. Could be. So I assume he's gonna disguise over here to defend. Maybe? Yep. There's the disguise. Cunicoma to bow Dazzling Duelist because he lost the conflict, so might as well out in the conflict. Just to get to use the stronghold, I guess. I am the law. Can't we get a alt Archsteward law with Judge Dreadface? I love that. Drop your weapons. These blocks are under arrest. See Luster's Forge. Oh, and a Finger Jade found for a Handsome Dan. That is very good actually. Can protect against a for shame coming in here. Although Handsome Dan doesn't find a court games. Does he run court games? He does not run court games, okay. Relying on that Prayerful War to honor his characters or fire. Sure. Although we see Zorzo getting the Earthring here and most certainly the favor as well. See if Zorzo decides to go for anything shenanigans here. Considering he's waiting here, he probably has 2 for shames. So it looks like he didn't decide to go for it. Decided to save them instead. Prayerful War discarded, that's pretty huge. Could you get rid of a Mark of Shame and Honor? Yeah, that is a very nice hit. Vilken färg? Rosa? Although we see Zorzo's board going away next turn and he is out of fate, while there is a tower building here. Ja, älskling. Får inte du höra det, Christian? That might be a bit too personal, but yes, I have my little älskling with me. Va? Vad sa du? Jag sa inget. Jo, vad sa du? She brings me popcorn, and I am happy. See Brash Samurai for Zorzo. A bunch of rally cards. Kitoki with 1 fate. Kitoki is gonna play the support role here, not the tower. And we see a second keeper for Handsome Dan here as well. Not the best ring in this matchup, I think, unless Zorzo decides to slam a Dishonor, bid 1. So I think the Airing's gonna tank up some fates and then get some good keepers, get a In Service to My Lord for Handsome Dan if he gets to win the ring. Dazzling Jewelers does counter Keep Initiate though. Fire? Yeah, fire. Now without the stewards this time, so I know at least that he's gonna go for the Dishonor here, probably. Because now I have learned, after having seen 2 stewards, I do realize that they do have text. So just a Dazzling Duelist on political, and there's not much political in the land deck as well. Yeah, it doesn't have much to protect this with. I think he's fine with this breaking, so letting this go it's going to be rough, because that's a Dishonored Centauro, and 1 Prepare for in the bin, and Voice of Honor online. But I don't think there's much you can do here as Handsome Dan. So also considering something here, not sure what. He has the break, he has the unopposed, he has the firing. Just slap that pass button and let it go. Yes, that's what is gonna happen. 1 Prepare for War gone, only 1 left in the deck, and probably a Voice of Honor, so I think that Centaur is gonna stay dishonored. Dishonor on Centauro. Now, what does Handsome Dan go for here? Both these are terrible to hit. What's left in Zorzo's row? There is Shameful and Fertile Fields. So no Manicured Garden. Okay, it was Fertile Fields. Sorcerer remembers the Finger Jade. Yeah, again, attachments, they are hard to remember. But there's only one here, so he probably, hopefully, sees it and waits. Looks like the wrong target for Dishonor, you think? I think 2 Calling Fairies and 2 Tea House. I mean, I think Zorzo can just bully this Centauro now with 4 Shames and stuff, because he's gonna be afraid of the kill. So I think this Centauro is neutered because it is Dishonor here. There we see Scavenger going in air. I don't think Dan is gonna go for a tower on Agatoki, so there's not really that much more value in killing him over the Centauro. Kunrikoma doing a lot of work here. Gonna bow a Steward. And yeah, getting a big defense out of Zorzo here. That's Brash Samurai. Bowing the regular one. I do think we're gonna see a second attack here from Zorzo. Might go Void. Water seems reasonable as well. Just passing as well. Yep. Gonna go for another province. Best strong one in the game. Yeah. About that. Ignoring City of Turkenheim, sure. And Golden Plains Outpost. It's so good. It has to have 0 province strength to be balanced. So good. So in this type of deck though. Yeah, because this deck kind of usually wins. So the Stronghold is usually blank. Oh, I see Midnight Revels. That is a great find for Source. So then what is under Stronghold? It is Frostbitten. Yeah, probably. Because of reasons. Because it's good. And Revels is probably less reliable on the Stronghold because of all the 3 costers. Tactical Stronghold. Well, yeah, okay, sure. For Shane to bow Agetoki. And we see Defend Your Honor. A voice? Oh, we do see a voice on that Defend Your Honor. Whoa, okay. That is already a voice gone. That's a bow on Agetoki. And a Fan of Command. I think Handsome Dan is totally fine with this. Sorcerer playing that first voice of honor here. Now Agetoki is gonna ready and it's gonna have 5 skill. No. Gonna see a Calling in Favors going onto that Brash Samurai. That was one of the 2, right? We did see 2 Calling in Favors, yep. And that's one of the better Fan of Commands. Yeah, Watering doesn't do much. Means Finger is safe. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this Watering is kind of low value because Centauro won't be getting that much skill. Handsome Dan is gonna need one of those discard things. Prepare for War? No, Sharpen the Mind is what it's called. Or a cheeky another Prepare for War. to get any kind of value out of Centauro here. There's the second final command, and the second calling in favor is gone. Okay. Several key things for zero political crackback. That's all of them. That's all the calling in favors. That means that the tactical ingenuities are going to be free real estate, so to speak, for Handsome Dan. And Talisman of the Sun. Just play it because you can now. Zorzo doesn't run Mystics, right? Nope. That is all the attachment control except for the two tea houses. Yeah, but also because Zorzo can't really utilize these kind of commands. The only bow in Handsome Dan's deck is like Brawlers and Barja. Or Barcha, if you want it that way. So I think Dan is totally fine with these calling in favors getting played this early. Oh, and Talisman to upholding. Yep, that is what we see. So let's have a look at Zorzo's hand, I guess. So double bad for Zorzo playing that calling in favors, enabling Agatoki to not ready, I guess, and enabling the Talisman here. Uh-oh. I think this game might be over. I mean, not quite. Centauro could still die. But yeah. Okay, we see Banzai, Damage Kunbai, Katana, Mark of Shame, Knobsack, 2 1-hit fans, 1 voice, Return of Fans, we have to crane. I think the... Ooh, that's a difficult one. Maybe Knobsack? 2 1-hit fans, don't do shit, I think. Because it's gonna be... Source is gonna be superior on political anyways. What would I go for here? I think no sacrifice? Maybe? Dan is taking as long time as I would. I would probably take longer time because I'm a slow brain. Voice or sack? Voice of Honor? Yeah, okay, yeah, Voice of Honor, sure. If he draws another Prepare for War, that could be huge. So yeah, I'm on you on the voice discard. Though it is the 2 fans that go away. Well, Dan is on policy debate, so sure, I guess there's that. Ska lära dig?
Lära mig vadå?
Du ska lära dig spela?
Men jag kan inte spela själv.
Jo, det kan du. Local. Wasting a lot of time, yeah. They still have a bunch of time left, and there's kind of midway into the game, I think. Of course, Handsome Dan hasn't gotten any breaks yet. Let's see what he does with this Void Ring here. Having a look at another Unrevealed province, that is kind of risky, not going for upholding here. I guess he really wants to force a break. And he finds shameful display. Well, that's kind of blank here, because Brash Samurai is just gonna honor. Or did he use that before? Oh yeah, he used it before, right? It was the first conflict. It defended, yeah, it defended against the scavenger, so he uses shameful. So just a pass. So I'm not sure what that shameful scout was about. I guess it was just to find out where it is. Get more information. Information is good in a card game, as one would know. Om du trycker på paus så kan du byta kläder på din gubbe. Plus. Customize character. And we see Zorzo a bit of a fate lead here. Going into turn 3. So I think Zorzo is in a bit of a leading position here, I would say. And so that needs to find a way to get that tower going. Needs to find those tactical ingenuities. Need to find those juicy attachments. For Zorzo, it's going to be Callow, it's going to be Storehouse. Kageu is pretty good. Although maybe not in this matchup. Seasonal Wars. For Amsterdam, it's probably going to be the Pride Brawler. Yeah, we see the Pride Brawler, LPB. 2 Fate. And then probably a pass. It's going to need a Fate, I think. See Callow with 2 Fate. That is going to become a Kageu soon. Which is a cool interaction. Callow, this guy's. I like this leave-in play, this guy's things. It's a cool combo. I wish we had something like that in Unicorn. But alas. I see Handsome Dan going for a 4-bid here. I think that signals that he has one of those Blades of 10,000 battles in hand. Oh. Maybe take back the Prepare for War or Defend Your Honor? Yeah, it's 10k blades. He will wield 10,000 blades. It's not a blade of 10,000 battles. It is a battle of 10,000 blades. That's the way it is. What ring to go for here? Earth seems nice. Perhaps Void to protect Centauro. We see the first tactical ingenuity go on Centauro. What's the last province for Zorzo? It is Revels? No, Fertile Fields, of course. So I think that's where we will be heading, unless Shameful. Shameful is probably the better choice. Unless Handsome Dan wants to attack with something else. Like the LPB. Similar for Shames, there's been one for Shame played. So. And I think Dan has 2 keepers, yeah. So Airing could be a choice as well. To get some in service to my lords going. No, it's going to be Agitoki and Pride Brawler going on the offensive instead. For the Earth Ring, keeping Centauro in the back. And going for Upholding Authority. No, of course, Agitoki, move away, yeah. Because he's cavalry, he's a unicorn card. except he's yellow and has good stats. Sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted by my girlfriend playing a game here. She's making a very interesting character. Okay, so it's gonna be Frostbitten instead. Probably makes sense, given that these characters don't have any attachments on them. Och vi ser full defense här. Vad heter spelet? Det heter typ... Totally Reliable Delivery. It's kind of a ragdoll delivery game. It kind of looks like Humans Fall Flat, but you drive cars and helicopters and stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's multiplayer as well. It's super fun. Not as fun as watching towers in L5R though, right? So we see a full defense here from Zorzo. Really doesn't want this first ring to go off. These are the smallest towers ever. Yeah, it's kind of sand castles, I guess. Build them up and they fall down. I think the Brash Samurai is even bigger, 7-4, yeah. Well, I guess it's harder to build towers when you don't draw 2 cards a turn extra with Spyglass. Okay, hands him down, playing the bonsai. Where's the Callow in this? I mean, he wants to fight. Don't diss the Callow, he wants to fight. He can do stuff. Don't remember if there was a For Shame in his hand. Let's have a look. No For Shame that we know of. So that's everything on the LPB. Still not breaking though. I think Zorzo might be fine with this. Jättefin. Yeah, Zorzo just passes here. And LPB probably bows Samurai here. There's 7-7. So just smack that. Oh wait, he can use the Fan of Command that he stole earlier. Wow, such a super value play by Zorzo. I mean, not to diss the play, it was an attachment that you could steal and they had the card in hand, so there's always value to playing it that way. Instead we're gonna see the Scavenger play for hands and down. Try to reshuffle something. Zorzo with the bonsai. That is the Brash Hammer up to 11, and Handsome Dan is totally fine with this, it seems. Pass. Does Zorzo play anything else here? Don't think so. What's left here? It's Revels and Shameful? Yeah, okay, so Zorzo is gonna have a tough time attacking into this row here. It's just gonna get bowed if he disguises Kageu, goes into Revels, and he doesn't really want to go into Shameful as well. Zorzo might go for a conflict character before. No, Way of the Lion. Yeah. Way of the Lion would make sure that he breaks. Maybe he is afraid of For Shame and wants to protect his events with Defend Your Honors. Boom, we see a Mark of Shame. Uh-oh. that's probably going to be a noble sacrifice that he didn't discard last turn. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, because he had both. He had both noble sacrifice and mock of shame. Don't understand what that plays. Yeah. He is making Zorzo play a bunch of cards here. And forcing a big defense, and Zorzo can't really attack after this. So he is kind of slowing the game down a bit. And then that is giving him time to stabilize, I guess. But stabilizing with a 5 fate investment with Lines per roller just gone like that. And the scavenger, it's an expensive stabilization method, but we'll see if it works. So also going for the pass here. And a Finger Jade going on the Lines per roller. Okay, so Zorzo is gonna have to wait with that noble sacrifice. Although we do see the what was the first tested, so now the ska du köpa DLC? Yeah, Tessin is huge here. That Brash Samurai is gonna slap a military conflict here. Probably Void. So now he can attack actually. He can attack into Midnight Revels. Void Centauro. Although he's gonna get moved to Shameful. So still there's the Talisman. That's gonna be a problem here. But I don't think Source has used the Brash yet. Nope. No. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Dario. We'll have to see. They did gain a bunch of momentum from it. All the momentum only gets you that far. I will see where the lion found for Hans and Dan finally. This is most likely going to get moved to Shameful. Unless... Okay, this is going to be huge actually, because Return of Fence is a thing here. And that's going to be a standing Brash Samurai, and it's going to be a ready Teledelegate on the Strongholds. I don't think that, I don't think Hans and Dan can actually use Talisman here. He needs to save it. He really needs to save it here. Looks like this Crane deck is just going too fast for the tower. Yeah, again with his kill decks. Look at Dan's board. Look at how he has bought characters. He has been splitting up his forces. He has not put everything into one basket. Well, very cliche, but you get it. He has to split up his Finger Jades. He can't protect one character. Can't put everything on one character because that's a too big investment, too big of a risk against these kill decks. Yeah, exactly, Medallia. Yeah. He is gonna go for the Shameful Display play though. Which is very risky here. Though we might see a... He might be saving this province. It's not sure. Oh, wait, you meant the other one, yeah. Fresh Samurai to honor. There's the blade that we knew was coming. And we know there's the Way of the Lion in the hand. That's up to 11. Zorzo needs that second bonsai, he only runs 2. So maybe Handsome Dan gets to save this province, we'll have to see. Zorzo passes, he's fine with this. Oh, and we see an Invocation of Ash to play out the... No, we discarded the voice. No, we didn't discard a voice. There is a voice, of course. Yes, Christian, you are correct. Centauro is now bigger than the Brash, so Defend Your Honor is finally up again. No, he still has a voice. There's a bit of delay in the chat, but there's not much I can do. Zorzo is considering something here. Maybe he has the second bonsai. Then bounce out. Yeah, he's down to 0 fate, so he can't play a conflict character into the thing. In service to my lord. First player on Stronghold next turn. Yeah, he does have the talisman though. Damn, has the talisman to go on to... Well, Rebels is going to be blank, but still.
Nej.
If only Source had still one of those coming favors. Well, didn't he use the Fan of Command? Once? Or something? I think he actually did, right? I can't remember. There was one thing, I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. And so on and so on. Okay, maybe he didn't. Oh well. Zorzo passes, he is fine with losing this, he can go for the break on the second conflict instead. Second one still went on the steward who isn't a bush. Oh yeah, that was the thing. Baron, you are right. It was a pseudo activation of the Fan of Command. Then one conflict. And he's gonna get the Fan of Command back. Sure. That's an interesting pick. I would have picked Defend Your Honor, I think, considering how huge Centaur is becoming. Although Dan could come back from this, I think, with the tower staying and then slamming 2 promises a turn, or maybe just 1. But it's gonna have to be quick about it. Only 15 minutes left. And we don't see the disguise here. That is... Well, he doesn't really need to, I guess, but... Yeah. Saving Fate? Yeah, sure. Sure. Saving Fate is always good. Although if he discards the Kageu, this Calo Delegate is going to be weird with 2 Fate on. It's going to be a weird buy. Towering up the Calo, it's going to be great. There we see the Dishonor on Centauro, back down to Dishonor status. Although still that Finger of Jade blocking. Now imagine if we see a tea house here. I think Zorzo's gonna have to disguise Kageu onto Calo and then keep the seasons to try to find a tea house and then just slap that Centauro. because that's the talisman gone, and it's the tower gone. Oh, we just see the noble sacrifice. Just not send the talisman to battle. Yeah. Okay. I guess he just wanted to get some value out of that brash samurai. Maybe he has another noble sacrifice in hand. So I think that's pretty huge play here. Way of the crane on the callow. Is he gonna go for the double here? No. Why way of the crane here? I guess. I guess he wants to use disguise on this masterpiece painted that he knew that he would draw. First intimidation, yes, of course, Eric. You are the crane master. You know the place. You know the big brain place. How did your game go, Eric? Where you played Unicorn? Are you playing the Scouted deck, by the way? Is voice online? That's a thing. Hey, Unicorn. Christian's list, nice. I approve. Alright, I'm getting distracted here. We see the just a Dazzling. Saving 8 fate is also. Getting to Chasing Sun is really nice against the Dragon Stronghold. And just a Samurai for hands and down. Samurai of Integrity even. Never yield for Void Fist. Yep. Just take it. Take it like a man. Political rival? Yeah, political rival could be a good thing here. We do see the third Finger Jado for hands and down here. That is a very good find for hands and down. Although, as we said, political rival could be posing a bit of a threat here. Considering hands and down is very weak. Sorry, on political. He needs to break something with the talisman. Zorzo is gonna have to threaten the break here. For hands and down to use the talisman, I mean, that's what I was trying to say. No, just gonna go for the Lone Warrior, the Dazzling Duelist, with a bloodied blade. Crane could go for break next turn. Yeah, there could be a call to war. Is it? Call of war? Call to war? Prepositions are hard. Called to war. So I think the Centaur is fine unless... well, there's the voice, of course. Dan hasn't broken promise this game with 12 minutes left on clock. Yeah, exactly. He can stabilize this game for sure. But he's gonna have to do it fast. For sure. Zorzo could go full on crab and just defend, probably. And just make these small little evil pokes on the stronghold if he wants to play the time game. Yeah, there's at least one voice open for Zorzo. Ooh, and for Miki. He's gonna... Handsome Dan is gonna need to have in service to my lord here. See what Handsome Dan finds with the second tactical. He finds the defend genre. That is kind of huge though. Dan has a fan. He has a fan of command. Oh yeah, he has a fan of command. Yes, the fan of command. That is correct. But there's still one in the Discord pile. Oh yeah, it went away from the Brash Samurai. Yeah, that's right. Defend your honor the voice. Defend your honor the voice is a thing. So there's a lot of hoops to go through for both players here.
Nej.
Handsome Dan decides to go for in service first. Maybe try to get that cancelled. Centauri is gonna ready. There's still a for shame, I think, in Zorzo's hand. No, we didn't see one. We don't know if Zorzo has for shame. What do you do as Zorzo here? Do you just pass? Let it go? Or do you push even more? I think you do what we kind of said. Prevent and prepared. What's it called? Call to war. Lots of war here. We have seasonal war, we have prepared to war. No, prepare for war, called to war. All these prepositions all the time. Cancel the called to war. No, we got not see the second for shame here. Okay. Then should call to war in this conflict. Yes, you should definitely call to war in this conflict because defend your honor. He's gonna defend your honor the for shame instead of playing the fan of command. Whoa. Okay. Then he probably has a third defend your honor in hand. See, he's 9. Zorzo is considering using the voice here. And he is gonna use the voice. Whoa, okay. That seems very interesting to me. Are we gonna see the third defend your honor even? Whoa. No, he has played a voice in the beginning. He has played 2 voice. And there's a bunch of dueling going on. The stack is a thing. There is an invocation of Ash. So, bunch of cards thrown into this conflict here. Super interesting. They are not playing the way we want to play it. That's for sure. But they are in the thick of it. They are getting cheered on by their teammates. Probably getting tips from them. And they are feeling the time pressure. Paul on Centaur is 5. This many. 5 in Swedish. Possible bit range? Yeah. 5 to 3. Wants the fan to break along with the favorite mount. Yeah, he has to win, so that is very reasonable thinking there, Baron. We do see the... You see the positive bit? Okay, let's have a look at this hand. Miyako, 2 souls, 2 more. This is a terrible hand. He has nothing left. Miyako goes. The Tessen is fine, I guess. My fine katana. But the rest, I don't know what to do with this. Okay. let's see if... yeah, no call to war. That is huge. That is huge. No, wait, this is... Alright, no call to war from... yeah, you can play whenever, because there's no voice. Yeah. So, no panic. Don't panic. There's no reason for alarm. There's no cancels. Ooh, going for the frostbitten. That is cheeky. Very interesting to go for frostbitten instead of shameful here. Yeah. First ring is up. Handsome Dan is going to go for the keepers. I'm going to see the frostbitten used here. Huh. Well, that is most certainly a Centauro moving into this conflict. You can just break with Paul. It is 3. It is 7. Not 3. It is 4, 4. It's 8, 9. Down to 8 with the frostbitten. So 8. Yeah. 5. And double mark of shame. That's 3, 8, 3. Yeah. Sorcerer can just break here. Callow did trip over. He's trying to fight, doing his best. I mean, frostbitten was kind of blank as well. Well, yeah, talisman. There's still a talisman in play. That is sure. That is correct. So many attachments. Oh. And we do see the keepers, and we see the first break for USA. Yay! And the crowd goes wild. And so on and so on and so on. Just under 9 minutes to go. Yeah, he only needs... He needs to have a break every 3rd minute. That is... let's say he does 6 actions in the conflict. That's a bit too much. Yeah, it's gonna have to be really fast. And we see the testing going on the Fumiki. Yeah, that's bigger, of course. That is 10 down to 9 with the Tessin going away on the frostbitten. In service to my milady. I actually have a fedora. I should use that. But I do. So this is just gonna be a probably a no defense. Yeah, no defense talisman and then break the 2nd province. Probably shameful. Frostbitten first. If you forgets about frostbitten, that is okay. 1 skill never matters at all. No games have been decided on 1 skill. His mind is not very sharp currently. He is very much feeling the stress, I think. Zorzo is building a nice board for last turn. He has a bunch of characters staying, a bunch of honored characters. So Dan is going to have to hope for that tactical ingenuity. Going fire. Guess the honor Centauro. Fair enough. Then keep the keeper initiative in the back lines for favor security. Yeah, this is hopefully for Handsome Dan a call to war. He's gonna go Earth instead, and it breaks. And we do discard a. What do we discard? A soul beyond approach. So 1 soul left, I think, in the hand. We did see the hand in this Monster of a Conflict. Yep, Marker Shame, Goodbye, Return Offense, Miyako, Soul. What's the last card? Is it 2 Marker Shame? It's 2 Marker Shame. Yep. Oh. Oh. That's an oops. Let's see what Zorzo does here. I don't blame him actually. This is Brazil on the ropes. They need everything they can to get the win, but that is, yeah, that's game. That is it. Kind of a reverse of what happened in the 2018 World Cup Finals where I played, where I made a mistake, misclick, in the last action of the round of the game, and my opponent let me take it back in the finals. That was very honorable. Zorzo, being a competitive player and in a competitive game, in a competitive setting, it is totally fine to not let your opponent to take cis backsies. And this is going to be 3-3 in this matchup. This is going to be super exciting. Let's just have a quick sneak at what the last game is. It's going to be Dark Eric versus Soren 182 Guitar. What a username. Yeah, this board seems insurmountable. I think it's a good word. And then does have a bunch of fate and a bunch of cards. So I could for sure do it. Never mind, last game is Pacific Phoenix versus City Sun. Okay, yeah, we are not that excited for that game then. Well, of course we are, but not as excited as I am now. Because Handsome Dan can still clutch this out somehow, I think. It just needs to play very fast, and there needs to be a bunch of mistakes from Zorzo. No hidden if has been revealed and it's obvious. Yeah. And Zorzo having the advantage as well. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. I think Zorzo would have gotten it anyways. Although a bit harder for him. It's up to the opponent, of course. We are playing a competitive game in a very structured format, being online. So it's both. I think it's easier to not make mistakes online, because you have everything in front of you all the time. But yeah, it's the way it is. There's no shame going to either player. Handsome Dan, of course, feeling the pressure here, feeling the pressure of the time. Wanting to play fast, wanting to get the game going. He feels that he has the initiative, he wants to get on to next turn, and he just misses a click. That's what happens. It's a game. And Source, of course, he smells the blood in the water. He wants to win. He doesn't want to take it back. Yeah, playing fast, exactly. Dark black. Make thousands more mistakes on your... How can you make thousands of mistakes when you play an honor deck and only draw one card a turn? I don't see your logic there, Medalia. I'm just joking. You need to watch me play more. I love to watch you play. I like honor decks. Not when I play against them. I despise playing against honor decks because I don't get to draw my cards. Drawing cards is fun, but I like watching them because I like actually in real life even more. Because when you can see them, like they take the little honor tokens here and there, 23, 24, 25. It looks fun. Crane Honor Dueling is one of my pet decks. I have a no core deck that is undefeated. 25 honor, 2 out of 2 games. Back to the game actually. We see Handsome Dan going for a break here and getting a policy bait off. So this game is actually becoming kind of interesting. There is of course still the huge board staring him down. And card advantage. But there's a watering. The watering is probably going to bow for Miki. That's a huge bow. Handsome Dan going for the shore. Win here. Okay, we see the hand. We see Arbiter. Goodbye Tesson. Tesson is huge. Tesson is super huge. So is Mark of Shame Noble Sacrifice. Could also be something. The worst mistake ever you did, Christian, was playing Phoenix in our Elemental Championship. Oh, of course, Ichiro. I would have totally slapped that Mark of Shame on that Samurai Integrity, not caring about Ichiro. Yeah, most definitely Tesson gone. Speaking of mistakes, I would, yeah, as I said, I would have played that Mark of Shame 100 times out of 100 times. And we do see the third break. So he did manage to get 2 breaks within 6 minutes. Handsome Dan. He is within the time limit. So now he's gotta go really fast. We see Zorzo heading in with 3, 7, 11 skill, 2, and another 2. That's 13, and then we have the Crane, that's 15. And then so what is it? Turn the fence on Satori. What are we up in? We are up in 11, 13, like 16. Or he just goes with the Satori. Sataro didn't die, he was disguised. Don't you know he has this disguise keyword? He was just hiding away for a bit. Just going with the Satori here. I feel like Satori should have defended. Maybe. Honor with box and 3 from own ability. Yeah. Just gonna go military instead. That is interesting. Some sort of integrity. Nice. Nice one. So what does Handsome Dan have left? Let's have a quick look here. He has 1 Banzai. He has 1 Way of the Lion. He has Fine Katanas, I think. Plays Fine Katanas, right? He does not play Fine Katanas. So there's Barja. Sharpened Mind has not been used yet. No Sharpened Mind has been used yet. Not going with the Kagyu here. That's cool. Just going with Satori. Ooh, okay, that is something, because the Fan of Command and Favorite Mount haven't been used yet. Didn't use the one on Samurai. Okay, the Fan of Command have not been used, and the Sharpen play. The Sharpen Mind has not been used. And there's Barca on Ichiro. That is Ichiro gonna move in. Bao, Satori. Barca. Just a big fuck off spear. Just skewering the crown pins. Imagine that Ichiro, a heretic. That is how this story is gonna end. Ichiro is just gonna waltz in on Satori in the monastery or whatever where it is, and just put him up on the wall. Ooh, I don't know about that soul. That is gonna be, yeah, just a slam. Source passes. I guess he just wanted the Satori to not get dishonored, but then he could have used soul now instead. I guess he had to use that to force the break. Yeah, he had to use that to force the break. There's Revels. Yeah, it's blank. And not attacking with all the keepers. Handsome Dan has a call to war. He has a call to war. I think Handsome Dan can return this around if he has the time. He needs to slap that call to war fast as a unicorn runs out of honor. That's the analogy I will use. And there is the call to war play. Okay. And it's gonna go on the Brash Samurai. No, the the Dazzling Duelist as well. Ooh, and Zorzo is also running out of time, only down to 4 minutes. And this is getting very exciting. And I am 15 minutes past my bedtime. And this is Zorzo's clock running down now. What is Zorzo thinking about? Can he do anything here? He has the Samurai, he has the Arbiter, but I don't think he wants to use it here. Because he can't win the conflict. Yeah, I can win the conflict with a duel. Zorzo still has possibility of break. How does he break? How can he break? The Fan of Command and Favorite Mount haven't been used yet, as well as the Sharpened Mind. So pass. Arbiter, gonna go Earth. This is gonna be Favorite Mount moving in. Box for next turn. Oh yeah, he's first playing next turn with a huge board, sure. There's the defense and a move in with Centauro. Another 4 pull. Yeah, so this is a correct attack, very much so. And now Handsome Dan is thinking about something here that is not very good. It might lose because of pinged. Pinged? What is pinged? Because of ping. Oh, okay, yeah, ping. Connection. He did have some connection issues in the beginning. Handsome Dan. That is a pass now 1-1, and they're ready off the Centauro. Now the Dojo, just to bow the keeper, sure. And now time is ticking out for Handsome Dan. He has to go faster. He has to pass. or discard a card to sharpen the mind. It doesn't really matter. He's gonna play Fan of Command instead. What is he doing? What is he doing? He wants to save the Fan of Command, I guess. Pass. Zorzo down to 240. Prepare for war. Getting discarded, that is totally fine. Pass. Pass, 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 pass for everyone. Everyone passes. Can Zorzo get through with this huge board against Centauro and the Barja? Ooh, we do find a Steam Tea House though, that is huge. Zorzo needs to buy everything. So, ooh, that's a terrible flop for Hanson Dan. I think he just plays the Prodigy and Season of War here. Plays the Prodigy, pass from Zorzo. Season of War. Season of War is played. Let's see what Zorzo finds. Ooh, Yoshi is big here. Yoshi is huge. Slam that Yoshi. Oh yeah, Barca doesn't do anything in political. This is going to be a huge political swing. And that is going to be Dupont Centaur. It's going to be another Prodigy. This might be game, right? We're not going to have any more shenanigans. Both players are almost out of cards. The tea house is gone. So there's that. Zorzo is running closer and closer on the clock here. Attack continuity going on the Centauro. 59 seconds left. Pass, pass, pass everything. This is some StarCraft 2 macro here. 52 seconds, 145 for Zorzo. He can pass as fast because he's in Brazil. And here comes the attack. And let's do some quick counting. That's 5, 7, 9. That is definitely not enough. And that's going to be Sharpen Mind probably used. Sharpen Mind, insert to my lord, that's a good one. Yeah. You can't really do anything here. That's the way of the crane on Yoshi. Another Sharpen Mind, discard another in service to my lord. The Arbiter doesn't do anything here because he can move in and then ready. Ten seconds. Wow. What a game this is. Like, you don't get this in any other card game. No way. No way that you get this in any other card game. Magic? No, fuck that. Pokemon? No. Yu-Gi-Oh? No, that's over in one turn. This is the best card game. For sure. Brazil is still in this. It's gonna be 3-3. Wow. It's gonna have to be a big, exciting decider between Scorpion Dishonor and Pacifist Phoenix. What a game. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next game. Bye bye.